everything is based on family. We are one family, and every policy that comes out of it is based on those values. Every strategic plan, every strategic action that is discussed is based on that. Second thing, we're talking about newsroom. I've always raised this, women in media extend out of the newsroom. We have people who work in content, the radio stations. We need to mainstream that as well. Sometimes they are at the pointy end of the, right, staring at the pointy end of the spear, getting most of the cyberbullying. Most of the cyberbullying. And our biggest challenge right now that we need to immediately address, that we can work FMA with women in media, we have a very slack and weak online safety act. I have tested it when our GM Charles Taylor asked me, let's work on this from the risk perspective. We give prominence on our risk register in relation to cyberbullying and technology facilitated gender-based violence. And I'm looking forward to seeing Online Safety Commission later today over here, because all our complaints, we have heard nothing back. It's been months. So some challenges, even if an organization has good values and policies, we are limited by action, what action needs to be taken so that people are made examples of. Men, what they're doing to women online. They need to be made examples of what they're doing. Because we know how many women we've had to counsel at our organization. And some people don't even have pseudonames. They go straight for, they have the actual profile. So why no action is being taken? Why no action is being taken? And there's so many conferences that has been held about technology facilitated gender-based violence. And gender-based violence, stress, mental health. A big worry for me also, life skill sessions for, I've discussed this at the FMA level. Life skill sessions for everyone. Because we see drugs, HIV, all those factors, we are not immune from them. One of the things that I go back to is organization value. Starts from the board. How the board looks at things. And one big thing that we've learned over the years that we've implemented successfully is having a good risk management practice, which takes all risks, what encompasses a risk. And one of the main things is the human capital that the organization has and what comes out of it. And connected to those should be very well-tested HR policies to deal with it. So we've tested a lot of things, and we have our HR manager, group HR manager will be speaking later today on that as well, some of the challenges. You have to understand and appreciate, we can have a good policy, but when you have a military coup, you have a mutiny, you have COVID-19, that's the true test of how you tackle those issues. I know you can't tackle that in half an hour here, but we need to get serious about some of the things that we faced in Fiji, where the leaders can make very vile remarks to you on the phone, in person, not on camera. If you ask them for an interview, those are the kind of things that we have faced. And how do you deal with them? Sometimes we're looking at, we ask a question, the person will respond, that's fine. But what if there's other veiled threats and other issues associated with that? So us as editors, over time, we have had to ask the question, how was the interview? And then what happened before the interview? Or what happened after the interview? Comments like from some ministers, oh, I think you've put on weight. When do you knock off? You know? Just those additional remarks, or just invading personal space. We had a former minister who would just go right into the personal space of the journalists to try to intimidate them. So I had to role play and get them how do you react, and then how do you deal with it? Because if you go to all the independent institutions at that time, they were not so independent anyway. So I also challenge us when we are talking about this, also think about the history of this country. It's not hunky-dory all the time. We've had a lot of issues and challenges, and out of that we can get some good policies. But yeah.